Everybody, give a warm welcome to Mr. Steve Shafran.
Nobody loves you like the way I do.
All right. How's it going, Maryland? Thanks for coming up. But really, guys, how you doing? You guys doing good? Yeah? Wrong, you're doing well. Sorry, guys. I haven't gotten a lot of sleep these days. I've been up all night writing like English paper, and I've been snapping at people all day, and I don't know. I just can't get a lot of work done these days because I'm watching a lot of television. I love reality TV, but not just any kind of reality TV. I love animal reality TV. I've been watching a lot of Meerkat Manor on the Animal Planet. You guys know the show? Yeah, go for Meerkat Manor. All right. Anyway, it's about, this meerkat family, and their tribulations and, their ability to survive in the African desert. And it's fucking awesome. It's just, you're probably asking yourself, what is a mongoose? I mean, what is a... Fuck, I fucked that one up. But if you aren't asking yourself that, you're probably, wondering, what do they do, what's the show like? Last episode, there was, a gang war between the meerkats. And, you can't script this shit because, they're animals. You can't script them. They probably eat the script or something. But, but it's fucking real and I love it. And, I've come to the point where I've watched so much Meerkat Manor that I've begun to relate to the characters. There's just, I feel really bad for the dominant male, because his mate, her name's Rocket Dog. Don't ask me why. She's, always getting, pounded by all these meerkat men. She's a fucking slut. And it's just, I can kind of understand that because, no matter, what the species of women is, they're all sluts. I'm joking, just meerkat women and Paris Hilton. But, yeah. I really have no transition here, but the movie Baby Geniuses. Did anybody see this one? Oh, I don't know about you guys, but this movie really pissed me off. I mean, come on, how do they, win at the end? They're babies. I mean, just play some Barney or, Sesame Street in the background. I don't care if they're geniuses, they're still babies. I just really had to get off my chest, thanks. But I've also been watching the news a lot, and apparently China has surpassed the U.S. as the largest internet-using population. And not surprisingly, though, China also surpassed the United States in sales of hand lotion. Yeah. But, anyway, masturbation actually reminds me of my next joke. Yeah, so I'm single. I've been single for about 18 years now. And for me, when it comes to women, it's like being a fat man looking at ice cream on a diet. It fucking sucks. And I've come to the conclusion that either all the girls in Maryland are lesbians or I'm just really ugly. Prove me wrong, please. But, I don't know, I think it'd be really cool to have, a mail-order bride, because, if she starts being, a real wife and all, you could be like, bitch, I saved the receipt. Fucking, I wish I could do that, right? You know what I mean? Fuck. Yeah, but, there's something wrong with you when you have ugly women set you up with uglier women? I had this fat chick set me up with her balding cousin. She's like, Steve, you should go with my cousin. I'm like, oh, yeah, what does she look like? Oh, well, she has all her fingers, and she has a nice hat. Nice hat? Nah, I'll pass on that one. Yeah, so, if he ever gets up, with a girl, and they describe her as having a nice hat, she's probably bald. You might want to stay away from that one. But, yeah, but fat people, I always see them walking around, campus, or more waddling around, whatever they do. But, you can't ignore them because they're just so fucking big. And, every time I see an enormous fat couple, it's like watching a Discovery Channel video of, an endangered species giving birth. Right? Good for them. You're thinking, rooting for them, but, deep down you're just, disgusted at how fat they are. Yeah. So, yeah, but I think fat women are like life jackets. They're there just in case. Just in case you need some easy loving or what have you. And I also think dating a fat chick is a lot like parking next to a fire hydrant. They're always available, but if you park there, the consequences could be dire. Speaking from experience here, people. And yeah, I don't know. I'm Jewish, and growing up, I had a lot of Irish friends, and I always wondered what it would be like to grow up Irish. Like, your mom would probably yell at you on the weekends. She'd be like, watch your brother this weekend. I don't want him coming home sober again. You can. All right, but all right, growing up Jewish was a little different. My mom would like warn me of every danger on every corner. And like the other day, she was like, "Steven, be careful when you're driving. It's windy outside." I'm like, "All right, Mom, I'll park in a garage, whatever." But being Jewish, I've made my observations on you Christians, and I'm thinking about it. The name Jesus Christ is a very original name, and I'm thinking, what if Mary named her son something else, like Jamal or like Waldo? Like, could you imagine praying to a Waldo Christ? You'd be at sermon, he'd be like, Waldo died for your sins, Or, you open your door to some Jehovah's Witnesses, and they'd be like, have you found Waldo yet? All right. But, I don't know. I was thinking about religion, God, and I think God really outdid himself when he created the human race. Like the whole sex thing, brilliant. I mean, I'm trying to think, like, how he came up with that. Like, he's probably, like, taking a break, butter and jelly sandwich, from creating this human race. He's pretty tired, I guess. Then it, like, comes to him, like, he's like, yes, the penis can go inside the vagina. He works, goes to his work board, starts writing down equations. Yes! I'm trying to think, like, God's reaction to, like, when people first start having anal sex. He's probably, like, explaining the garden to, like, Adam and Eve, and he's like, all right, you guys got everything, you understand how the whole penis vagina thing works? She's like, yes, God, we get it. Jesus Christ. Who? We got it, God. It's all right? And so then, like, God goes to, he leaves, comes back in, like, 10 minutes, and, like, he's like, sorry, I forgot my hat. And he's like, and then God has, like, sees Adam and Eve, like, having anal sex, and he has, like, the meanest expression on his face, and he's just like, no, what are you doing? No! No, you poop out of there! No! The vagina! In the vagina! 6 days of work ruined! Oh, God. But, I also been thinking a lot about the alphabet, because I normally do that sometimes. And I'm thinking about it. I think the letters Q and U have to be the gayest letters in the alphabet. I mean, just think about it. Like, they're always next to each other, like butt buddies. And they try to play it off by being farther away, and like, but let's look at the words they spell, like queen, queer, queen. All right. But I was wondering what it'd be like if Q and U came out to, like, the rest of the alphabet, like that they're gay, and they'd just be like, Q and I have something to say to you guys. We're gay. Who wants daiquiris? All right, not that big fan cast. All right. But I was also reminiscing about high school, and I really hated sneezing in high school. But not because, I had to use, the paper towel, like, they would just so graciously give us that you could pretty much, like, sand wood with. But because of the dead awkward silence I would receive afterwards. Like, I would never get one God bless you. And I feel like the amount of God blesses you received really was a good indicator of how popular you were in high school, all right? Like, for example, like, this hot girl in my biology class would just, like, she'd sneeze, and, like, the teacher would say God bless you. People would come out of the hallway to say God bless you. Like, even I said God bless you. And it's like, when I sneezed, I just get, like, the meanest stares, like I raped their mothers or something. They just, like, look at me, they're like, Steve, you disgust me. And I'm like, what? I didn't do anything. Like, but, yeah. But no, I was also remembering about the time my dad talked to me about sex. Like, I was a young lad of 11, and my dad sat me down, and he unleashed the worst sex analogy I had ever heard. Like, instead of using the analogy of the bird and the bees, he used a photocopier and toner. Yeah, he's like, Steve, women are like photocopiers and men are like toner. You put your toner on the photocopier and you get a copy. But you gotta be careful, because there are a lot of photocopiers out there, and they're kind of like bootleg Xerox machines. You gotta watch out. And when you're photocopying, make sure your toner doesn't leak out of its protective cartridge. I walked away very confused that day. And till this day, every time I use the photocopier machine, I get a boner. All right, thank you guys very much.
Steve Shafran, everybody.